Welcome to Rod's Radio. 3, 2, 1, let's go!
What's up, guys? Jacob Rodriguez here. J-Rod, Rod, whatever you guys want to call me. Back at it with another episode of Rod's Radio. I'm recording this right after all the Christmas games have happened. There's a lot of good things I saw, a lot of bad things I saw. But, are these overreactions? Is it too early to make these predictions? Also, we got James Harden drama to talk about. So, let's get right into it. So, I'm recording this right after all the Christmas games have happened. I saw a lot of good things about the teams, a lot of bad things about the teams, a lot of things to improve on. The first game that happened was the New Orleans Pelicans versus the Miami Heat. The defending Eastern Conference champs came out to play. Even with Jimmy Butler going down, people stepped up for them. Duncan Robinson had 23. Shooting 17 for 13 from 3. I can't even imagine what Duncan Robinson is going to make off his next contract. The kid shoots lights out. Bam with 17. Avery Bradley with 12. Goran Dragic with 18. Precious, the rookie. The kid had 11 and was defending his ass off. For New Orleans Pelicans, Zion was doing his thing. He had 32. He's playing bully ball down there. Brandon Ingram, 28, was going off. It's about damn time we have the conversation that Brandon Ingram's better than Ben Simmons. I'm ready to say it. When Brandon Ingram came into the league, you had Ben Simmons, he sat out the first year, but then he came back his rookie year, came out balling. But Brandon Ingram, it took longer for him to develop. His first season as a Laker didn't go as planned. His last season he had with the Lakers, it showed signs of being a great player. And when he got to New Orleans, it really showed. I'm happy for him. I really am. Brandon Ingram's one of my favorite players in the league. His jumper is so smooth. The way he attacks the basket. He's a decent passer as well. Good defender. Can't go wrong with that, man. Zion Williamson. He had 32 and 14, but, you could see what's wrong with his game. Being OC, for those of you that don't know, OC is out of control. There was too many times he just put his head down, went to the rim, lost the ball. Especially against good defenders, those are easy plays to make if they're being OC, going to the rim. Zion's still a great player, but once he fixed that, has better ball control when attacking the rim, that's going to be very dangerous in the league. I thought Precious did a great job guarding the rookie. Jesus, the Miami Heat scouting is amazing. They know talent when they see it. What the Miami Heat showed yesterday was that they are capable of reaching the NBA Finals once again. And I know it's against the New Orleans Pelicans. They're not the best team in the league, but they're also not scrubs either. No, the Pelicans are still not going to make the playoffs this year. They don't have enough firepower. They don't have enough consistency, but their future is definitely bright. The second game was the Warriors versus the Bucks. Milwaukee did its thing. Giannis didn't really show up. 15, shot 28% from the field. That's coming off a game where he had a chance to tie the game, to send it to overtime, and he missed the free throw. And not only did he miss it, he hit the front of the rim. Damn near an air ball. And I know people might be like, but won't people say that LeBron airballed the free throw? He did. I'll admit it. He did. But what's the difference between LeBron and Giannis? LeBron's hitting a free throw with the game on the line. I can tell you that much. Giannis? Not so sure. That just shows how great somebody really is. Giannis is never going to be in LeBron's category. I'm just saying, you have to be able to show up in the biggest moments. You have to. He got the Supermax. I hope opening night was a fluke for Giannis. I hope it was. But coming out on Christmas Day, only scoring 15, shooting 28% from the field. He's lucky Chris Middleton went to work. Chris Middleton had 31. He's shooting lights out. Chris Middleton is very good at basketball. Very good. I said it last postseason that Chris Middleton is going to be the key to this postseason. Do the Milwaukee Bucks finally make the finals? We'll see. It was a blowout win. They won 138-99 against the Warriors. The Warriors, in my opinion, coming into the season, they're a playoff team. They dropped the first two games, losing them both by 25-plus points. What's wrong with the Warriors? Well, James Wiseman's not the problem. That's for sure. My pick for the Rookie of the Year is balling. He's going off. The kid could put the ball on the ground, post up, defend, shoot the three. Great pickup for the Warriors. Excellent pickup. Steph Curry, he's just getting back into the groove of things. I'm not worried about Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still the best shooter of all time. Top 2-point guard of all time. So, not really worried about him. Andrew Wiggins and Kelly Oubre. Do these guys even want to play basketball? Do they? Last two games. Wiggins had 13 and 12, shooting 25% and 33%. Kelly Oubre, last two games, has scored 9 points combined. Hasn't made a field goal that isn't a dunk. He hasn't hit a jump shot or a layup. Only dunks. I'm surprised. The season he had last year with Phoenix, I'm surprised Kelly Oubre's playing this bad. I'm surprised. But it's the second game of the season. What do you want me to say? And what I've seen has been bad. Nonetheless, I still think the Warriors will make the playoffs. They have Steph Curry. They have James Wiseman. Draymond Green hasn't played a game yet. I'm not going to overreact. I'm not. The Warriors are still going to make the playoffs. Trust me. After that blowout, we had another blowout with the Brooklyn Nets beating the Celtics. I had the Celtics winning this game, but the Nets continue to prove me wrong. I'll admit it. They're proving me wrong so far. They're on a roll right now. Watching them play is just phenomenal. It's crazy. They're crazy good right now. They are. But how long will that last? Does Kevin Durant stay healthy? Does Kyrie Irving stay healthy? I'm not going to overreact with bad play, but I'm not going to overreact with good play either. Kevin Durant, 29. Kyrie Irving, 37. Wow. Two of the best scorers in our league. Them putting up these type of numbers, it's dangerous. It really is. It's dangerous. But I'm standing by what I've said. I don't know how long this can really work. What's going to happen? Game on the line. Kyrie takes a shot, misses. Or KD takes a shot, misses. What's going to happen when those two butt heads? What will happen behind closed doors when that shit goes down? I know Kyrie Irving's going to want to take a shot. I know Kevin Durant's going to want to take the shot. We'll see what happens with that. The Boston Celtics, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. That's their team, really. And Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart improved his three ever since he stepped into this league. He used to be one of the worst shooters in the NBA. But he's improved. He can knock it down. I don't know what the Celtics are doing. I really don't. Their lineup sometimes, very questionable. Very questionable. Not a fan of Daniel Tice. Not a fan at all. Tristan Thompson, the dude can't play no more. Honestly, he can't. He was getting bullied by Jared Allen. Bullied. And I used to be a fan of Tristan Thompson. On the Cavs, that man would rebound the hell out of the ball. They put in Peyton Pritchard. They always put in rookies all the time, young guys. They put in Grant Williams, Javonte Green, Carson Edwards, Tremont Waters. It just doesn't make sense with the lineups they have. You can't waste Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's prime. You can't. These are generational talents. You can't waste time with them. A bunch of role players around them. A bunch of trash role players. Yep, I said trash. What other word do you want me to use? They're trash. They are. I know a few guys at my local Lifetime that can give these guys buckets. It's that simple. The Celtics aren't going to make the finals this year. They might not even make it out the second round. First round even. But they still have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. With those two players, a lot is possible. But the conference finals and finals are not possible. Not in the East. Not this year. Nope. The fourth game that happened today, the Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The fourth game that happened today was the Dallas Mavericks versus the Los Angeles Lakers. The outcome of the game was exactly how I expected it to be. The Los Angeles Lakers win in a blowout. LeBron, AD, Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell combined for 90. Those guys are good. They're really good. Dennis Schroeder, wow. I questioned the trade at first. I'll admit it. I questioned it. I'll admit it. I wanted a D Rose. I wanted a Bradley Beal. I wanted a Zach LaVine. But Dennis Schroeder, man, the way he fits in this offense, it's unbelievable. Montrezl Harrell, dude's a dog. Dude has a motor. Oh, my God. Anthony Davis, what I seen last night was greatness. That's what I've seen. Greatness. That man will be a top 5 big of all time when it's all said and done. The things he's doing, I've never seen a big man do in my life. Never. When he makes a shot, it's not hitting the rim. It's not off the glass. It's none of that. It's just pure swishes he's hitting. He could be 10 feet out, does a jump hook. Swish, baby. Like, what? I'm amazed every time I see this man play basketball. Amazed. I'm so lucky to have him. Thank you, AD. LeBron, he does what he does. 22, 7, and 10. LeBron will not be in the MVP conversation this year. I don't think so. I feel like last year might have been his last year to be in the conversation. Can LeBron do it? Of course. It's LeBron James. Top 2, top 3 player of all time. But I feel like, he doesn't have to do that much anymore. He doesn't have to go out there and score 30. Post a triple-double every night. He doesn't have to. He does that in his sleep. AD's leading the way. He's setting AD up for greatness, and it's working. Kyle Kuzma had 13. Kyle Kuzma scored 13 points. That's coming off his game where he scored 15. And a lot of those buckets from opening night wasn't garbage time. Some might say 15 and 13. Oh, my gosh. He's averaging like 14 so far. Yeah. I'm just concerned how he gets his buckets. He gets them a lot in garbage time throughout the game. The shots he's taking and missing, it's like, come on, dude. I saw this man airball a floater. He was like 2 feet away. It just amazes me, man. I hope Kyle Kuzma is consistent throughout the year and stop missing easy shots. That's all I can say for the kid. And the last game that happened was the Denver Nuggets versus the Clippers. The Clippers finally held their lead against the Nuggets. They finally did it. The Nuggets did not come back from this game. Paul George had 23, 8 for 14, shot 57%. Solid. Nick Batum had 13. Crazy. Nick Batum's playing 36 minutes a game. Wild. Kawhi Leonard went down. He took an elbow from Serge Ibaka. I heard he had to get 8 stitches. He was bleeding a lot, man. He's going to be okay. Are the Clippers the real deal? I wonder. Are the Clippers the real deal? I don't think so. They gave Luke Kennard, $64 million before he even played a game for them. It blows my mind. Just Kawhi and Paul George, they're not enough. Kawhi's not the player we thought he was. Neither is Paul George. The farthest they'll make it, second round. They're not going to the conference finals this year. No way. No chance. And even if they do, they lose in 5 games to the defending champions. With the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, I'm not going to say he's been playing terrible, but coming out the bubble, I thought this man was going to do a lot better. I thought we were going to see Jamal Murray score 30 a game. But it's still early. So I can't say that he's not going to go do work. I can't. Jokic is doing his thing. Those two have the chance to reach the conference finals again. They really do. I believe in them, even with them losing against the Clippers. They're 0-2 right now. So what? So I'm not going to overreact. I'm not. 2 games into the year. We got 70 more to go. A long season ahead of us. Long season. Everybody's played except for one team, the Houston Rockets. Yeah, the Houston Rockets. Big surprise, am I right? It came out that a couple players tested positive for COVID. John Wall's not able to play. DeMarcus Cousins wasn't able to play. A lot of players weren't able to play. They even postponed the game against OKC on their opening night. It's not good to be a Houston Rocket right now. It's really not. And I feel bad for them. I do. Honestly, I do. A lot of players don't deserve what they're going through right now. They don't, especially with the James Harden drama. It came out that James Harden expanded his team to the Trailblazers and the Celtics. Not sure how he would fit on either team. A trade to the Portland Trailblazers would probably mean James Harden trade for CJ McCollum and other pieces. Are the Rockets willing to do that? Are the Blazers pairing Damian Lillard with James Harden? Wow, that would be something to see. It really would. With Carmelo, with Robert Covington, that would be really scary for the West. 2 of the best scorers in the league in a backcourt. Wow. But I like CJ McCollum with Damian Lillard. They both get their shots. The Portland Trailblazers are going to stay at 8 seed. They are. Do I think they should try and push for a trade for James Harden? Why not? Go see what the Houston Rockets are willing to take for James Harden. Go see. It wouldn't hurt your organization. I feel like CJ McCollum for James Harden and other pieces, a couple draft picks maybe, that's an upgrade. Does James Harden really want to be in Portland though? It seems like James Harden just wants to be with another star player, another player of his stature. He also requested to be to the Celtics. No way in hell the Rockets would trade him to the Celtics without Tatum or Brown in return. Pairing up James Harden with the Jason Tatum or pairing James Harden with the Jaylen Brown. If I'm the Rockets, I'm asking for Jaylen Brown because the Celtics are not trading Jason Tatum. No way in hell. I feel like the Celtics should have traded Jaylen Brown a long time ago. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they play well together. But I feel like moving forward, you have to establish that this is Jason Tatum's team. You have to. I feel like Jaylen Brown still feels like that it could be his team. You got to shut that shit down. Jason Tatum's way better than you, dude. So, in a scenario that James Harden could end up in Boston, it could attract better players to Boston. It really could. You can get rid of the Tremont Waters, get rid of the Carson Edwards, get rid of the Tristan Thompsons, the Daniel Tice. Get rid of those guys. You're not going to win with them. No way. Does Houston ask for Marcus Smart too? You could put James Harden at the point again. We'll see. We'll see where James Harden is. There's a growing sense in the league that James Harden could finish this year in Houston. I just hope James Harden is happy. It's important for NBA players to be happy. It really is. I would never wish somebody be in a situation where they can't succeed or be happy. But at the same time, again, it's a job. You're under contract. So, what power do they really have? I saw something where someone said that James Harden is setting up a bad example for the younger generation. That could be an argument that could be made. A lot of players coming in the league might feel they're entitled to something. might feel they have the right to control the team, might feel that if they're this good, they could have so much influence over a whole organization. And honestly, that needs to be addressed. It does. And the Rockets are the ones who are in the center of everything. What they do with James Harden will set up how organizations deal with their superstars not wanting to be there moving forward. Let me tell you why. James Harden, exceptional player, one of the top 10 players in the league, but he wants out. He doesn't want to be in Houston anymore. Houston's gave him players to play with. They just haven't got the job done. And that might not even be James Harden's fault. It might be that teams were just better than them. Or it might be players went down. Players got injured. It was just, the time wasn't right for Houston, ever. The stars didn't align for them to win it all. So he wants out. But Houston's like, when are we going to get a James Harden again? When are we going to get that player again? They can't, no way in hell they can get a player in return who's as good or better than James Harden. There's no way. The Rockets realize they lose in this situation. I mean, do they totally lose? Is their franchise automatically sinks to the bottom? No. I mean, you could definitely get pieces again and then contend in another year or 2 or 5. But do they want to go through that process? No, the owners realize James Harden, he puts people in seats. He sells tickets. Jerseys are sold because of James Harden in Houston. They sold beards for James Harden. Do they want to lose this? Do they want to lose the cornerstone to their franchise just because he doesn't want to play there anymore? Just because he's not happy? I feel like over the last couple of years, it's been okay for players to be unhappy and want out. Anthony Davis didn't want to be a Pelican. Paul George didn't want to be a Pacer. Kawhi Leonard didn't want to be a San Antonio Spur. No, we see it all the time. And what has happened every time? The players have got their way. Kawhi Leonard back in San Antonio would sit out games. Heard he was asking for a lot in free agency. He was controlling teams. Paul George would make a commitment to a team and then want to leave right after that. I think it's about damn time that ownership takes accountability and take control of their organization and be like, look, you might not be happy with the situation we have right now, but you have no choice but to make it work. If you want to play basketball at all, you have to make it work with us. You have to. Because I get at first, okay, if they traded James Harden right when he requested a trade, people were lining up to get James Harden. They were. Getting suspended, attending what could have been a strip club. He says it was a birthday party. Getting fined $500,000 a game. Seeing he's hanging out with rappers. Seeing what he's posting on his Instagram. Hearing what former staff members of the Rockets organization had to say about him. Teams are looking at James Harden like, you're a great player, but we don't want that problem in our locker room. Our locker room's fine right now, and we feel like we can contend without you. So the best thing James Harden could do is play out the season in Houston. Show that he really isn't. Show that he could play through adversity. Show that he's still a winner. If he shows all that and still doesn't want to be in Houston, they could definitely make a trade for him. Get his trade value up. But what James Harden's doing right now, it's only hurting him. It really is. The Rockets aren't hurting him. It doesn't seem the Rockets are hurting him at all. My advice for James Harden, calm down. Play through the season. If you still don't want to be there, okay. But be happy. You still have a job. Be grateful for what you have and hope that soon you could be in a situation that you really want to be. With that being said, this is the conclusion of episode 3 of Rod's Radio. I just want to thank you guys again for supporting me. Thank you guys for listening to me. Make sure you guys follow my Instagram and Twitter at Rods_radio. That's at RODS_RADIO. Next episode of Rod's Radio will come out on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I hope you guys had a good holiday. And, make sure to stay safe out there. Social distance. I've only got one thing to say. Rod out.